A very warm hello to all of you, my dear friends, my viewers. The mind seems to be reveling, enjoying the process of its own biopsy. The fact that it is being dissected seems to be more than enjoyable for it. Why would the mind love to do it? Why would it enjoy being cut, opened up? Maybe it's a distraction. Is the pain a distraction, or is the enjoyment a distraction from the pain? Talking of distraction, I'm reminded right now of incidents when a few acquaintances of mine have expressed themselves in such a judgmental manner about other tax evaders. They have been so caustic about them. They would go hyperbolic, their expressions would be exaggerated, very vehement accusations about them. And the fun part about is that the same acquaintance themselves were compulsive and are compulsive tax evaders. What was this attempt? Apparently, very clearly rather, it is a way of distracting me and maybe some other listeners from their own crime or guilt towards somebody else's, under the happy misunderstanding that nobody has discovered their own guilt. But this is not being done consciously. This is straight the play of the unconscious. What do you call this? Nothing but projection. You are projecting your own guilt. The ego, more precisely, is not able to mediate, or rather it fails in the role of being a mediator between the superego and the animal-like id. And then it tries to cover it up by projecting onto someone else. Maybe it wants to say, listen, I am not the only one. There is a host of people who are equal partners in crime. So hence the crime is not a crime. Yet another example. Say candidate A is taking an exam. He is generally well prepared, but he doesn't seem to be knowing the answer of just one single question. He tries desperately to cheat, but the hawk-like supervisor is of a different category. So he fails. And then through the corner of his eye, he sees another candidate B who's a little smarter, and he's able to fool the supervisor and cheats. So our candidate A is vexed that he is not able to do what the other person could do. He finishes the paper. How does his ego express it? He feels guilty that he is allowing the id within him to take the upper hand, but he feels guilty about it. So, the ego, what does it do? After the exam, he catches hold of the first person and raves and rants about what a demoralized act it is to copy, and that candidate B is possibly the most immoral person on earth. Again, he's projecting his own guilt onto someone else. Whatever are his undesirable impulses or thoughts are being projected onto someone else just to assuage his own guilt, just to soften the blow of his own guilt. This is called projection. Often, even in a professional setup in the office or possibly in the corporate world, you often find people accusing others vehemently, very hyperbolically, of being inefficient, incapable, and unproductive. Possibly somewhere down the line there is a feel that they themselves are not really up to the mark, and that guilt keeps gnawing them, and then they project it onto others. So, we can see such people all around us on a daily basis. But are all of them the same? Here's where we need to take caution. We shouldn't be jumping the gun and accusing anybody of projection. We have to see the intensity of the way people complain about others, how hyperbolic it is. And as we go about it, we will come to know which, as we practice, as we are consciously observing people, getting sensitized to that stuff, we will be able to discern as to who is resorting to projection and who is not. Friends, somewhere down the line, even our own, all of us, have the tendency to keep raving and ranting about the corrupt public figures, the corruption that is rampant in the politic field. But somewhere down the line, if you delve into yourself, you realize that it is your own guilt that you too have been party to this epidemic of corruption in some form or the other, makes you feel guilty, and as a result you try to project it on to someone else. You may not agree with me, but it is a fact. But then we can always have a debate, and we have my channel Anand here as a platform. You could express your views through comments, but please keep watching, keep sharing, keep liking, and do subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful day ahead.